Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day The Single Life, Season 4, Episode 8, Chantel Gets a Taste. So we're just going to get right on to it. Yeah. Chantel more like didn't get a taste. Well, she did, but not the taste that she wanted. Okay, so we'll start with Chantel. It's been a while since we've seen Chantel. So we all know that she's in Greece and on a girls trip, and she met this guy named Giannis. And the last time we saw Chantel, she was making out in the water with this guy and everything, had this big passionate kiss, and it felt right at the moment. So this episode, Giannis invites Chantel and her friends to basically what is a snail festival. And when they get to the festival, they are, Giannis asked Chantel if you want to try a snail, and she didn't want to. She's like, I don't do snails and stuff. I mean, she gave it a little taste, and it wasn't good. So after that, Giannis started, hanging out with his friends and all that, started talking to his friends more. And Chantel felt threatened because, Giannis was not, giving her the full-blown attention, and, she wanted to kiss. He gave her, a peck and stuff. And Chantel just got, all depressed and stuff because, she was thinking, well, is this a fling or is this going to be a real thing? Girl, you only been there for a few days. It's a fling. Come on, let's just be real about Chantel. You've been there for a few days. It's a fling. I mean, he seems like a nice guy, but just because he wasn't making out with you in front of everybody, now he's not into you, girl, please. So I don't know why she got so deep in her head that Giannis was not into her at that festival, because I mean, I would have done the same thing. I mean, there's a ton of people there, and it's kind of like a tradition event where he's at and stuff. He doesn't have to be all up your tail like you like that all the time and stuff. So I mean, I understand that she may feel rejected, but it doesn't have to be like that 24/7. So she's just gonna have to understand that, in my opinion. So yeah, that was Chantel. Next person I'm going to talk is John. So John has been dating Megan, and last week we seen Megan meet Patrick and Thais, and they just basically embarrassed John, said he ain't ready to have kids and stuff and everything. So now Megan is thinking, and she wants to put a time limit on their relationship, if he's going to move to San Antonio or not. And she was saying, what Patrick said was kind of concerning, and John said, maybe one day I might change my mind if I want to have a baby. I mean, it's not 100% off the table, but right now it is. So then she gave him, and then he told Megan, I don't like ultimatums. He doesn't want to be pressured into having to move there, and he's just not ready. And he really wants, I feel like he really does like Megan, but he's just not ready for that kind of move yet. And she's starting to understand that, but she shouldn't put a time limit on there. So that's just my opinion on that. So they get dropped off at the airport, and he drops Megan off at the airport. They had a little sad goodbye, and then all of a sudden John's car starts smoking. So he pulls over, lifts up his hood, and there's smoke coming out of his car. So he had to get it towed away. So it was just a really rough, emotional night for John. I actually felt bad for him because he just could not catch a break on his night between his girlfriend and now his car being towed away. So yeah, so John, I mean, I was kind of concerned with John at the beginning of the season because just his track record and what he did last season on 90 Day Fiance with Patrick and Thais. So I just think that, sorry guys, I'm multitasking here, but I just think that John I think John and Megan are a good couple. I just think that, you know, they need to really understand each other a little bit more. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. So, yeah, that was John. Next person I want to talk is Miss Debbie. Now, I love Miss Debbie. So, we know Miss Debbie. She's in Miami. She's with that Ruben the Cuban fella. And she's having the time of her life, going on a nice wild ride. Her son Julian is there and everything. And this episode, Debbie got to meet Ruben's parents. Like, apparently Ruben's parents, Ruben is a caregiver for both of his parents. So so he's basically taking good care of them. Debbie got to meet, and they said, "Mi casa, your casa, su casa," basically. And they gave Debbie a nice warm welcome and everything, and it was really nice. And she said she felt different going into Ruben's house than she did when she was with Osama. So yeah. I believe in next week's episode, she's going to meet the son. Ruben's going to meet Debbie's son Julian, which I don't think is going to go well, because that guy is crazy. He's really crazy. So he's one of them. I'm telling you, he's one of them cops that you just don't want to be around. You hear these crazy stories of what cops be doing. I think Julian might be one of them cops. Just saying. And I'm a person. I follow the law. Now, don't get me wrong. I follow the law, and I respect our law enforcement 100%. I'm always team law enforcement. But there are some bad apples, and I wouldn't be surprised. And Julian is just giving me that kind of vibe, in my opinion. So we had to watch out for that. So yeah, that was Miss Debbie. Not much with her. Next person I want to talk is, of course, Goofy Natalie. I'm sorry, guys. I just can't. Natalie just makes me cringe. Basically, in this episode, her and Josh broke up. They had a conversation, they broke up. And I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of their conversation, but Natalie did say something that was pretty alarming, and Elizabeth caught this on Pillow Talk. Natalie says she needs a guy to heal her. Now, Natalie is so ungrateful for what she has. Josh had given Natalie everything she wanted: a car, a house, and connections to become an actress. What more can you ask for? Natalie is just, I understand in her defense, Josh can be a little wishy-washy. But Natalie, you're still freaking married. You're still freaking married to Mike. And you accepted a car, a house, and all these connections from Josh. And now y'all break it up. And then you're going to turn around and say, "Oh, I need a guy that can heal me." Heal you from what? You have 3 failed marriages at age 38. You think you know it all when you don't know jack. And you're just goofy. I'm sorry, just goofy. Just goofy. I'm sorry. I mean, like I said, she just makes me cringe and stuff. And so her and Josh are broke up. And again, needing a guy to heal her. Heal yourself. Get some therapy. Clearly you need it. No offense. So I just can't take it with Natalie. And I hope this is her last season on A Single Life. You know, everybody can't stand the Big Eds and the Angelas and all that. Mine's is Natalie. Mine's is Natalie. I'm sorry. So yeah, that was Natalie. And the last people I want to talk is Veronica and Jamal. So Veronica and Jamal. So now last week we seen Tim and Louisa have their first kiss after that double date and everything, that awkward double date. Tim and Louisa had their first kiss. So after that double date, they were fine. This episode, we got to see Veronica and Jamal riding in a car, and Jamal is basically questioning Veronica. Now, it's hit and miss. I mean, not hit and miss. It's back and forth with this thing. Jamal asked Veronica that, like, do you feel the need to make sure that Tim's dates are comfortable? I mean, it's already weird that, like, we're on a date with your ex that you used to have like sexual relations with anyway, and then Veronica kept on saying, well, she speaks Spanish, so I want to speak to her in Spanish because I speak Spanish. And Jamal was saying, it has nothing to do with the Spanish. Like, I don't care about the Spanish. Why do you feel the need to have to make Tim and his dates comfortable and stuff and everything? She's like, well, that's just me. Well, she clearly likes his dumb self and everything, and he won't kiss her and all that. And Jamal's like, you're missing the point. So, like, Veronica wants everybody, keeps saying, I want everybody to just get along, get along. But she's not understanding that, like, her friend, it's fine that she's friends with him, but they're dynamic. If they're trying to get in a relationship and always up each other's tails and worried about and wondering what they're doing, neither one of them are going to have a relationship if they don't want to be together. It is so weird, and some of these people don't understand this. It is so weird when an ex is always around. Like, everybody, like, why do people feel the need to flaunt their exes around each other, especially when in a new relationship? That is weird. That is weird. It is awkward because 9 times out of 10, usually one person still feels some type of way about the other person. I understand that Veronica and Tim have that. Tim is the father of Chloe. That's fine. That's fine. But they need to set boundaries on their relationship. Now, if it was years and years down the road, like, if, like, and they, like, reconnect and become friends again, hang out, that's fine. But they don't need to do that all the time. They do this all the time. Once in a while, it's cool. So back to Veronica and Jamal. They get home, and Veronica just got in a pissy mood, and she was like, and told Jamal, "You started this fight, and you asked me a question, you didn't like my answer." And Jamal was like, he was like, "Bro," and she kept on calling him babe, and he kept on calling her bro. Yeah, we all caught that. And he was like, he was like, well, you raised your voice at me, and I've been keeping quiet. She's like, I raised my voice at you. I'm not raising my voice at you. He's like, yes, you are, but it's okay. But just, like, what are we doing here right now? And she's like, whatever, I'm going to bed. And Jamal was just like, do you want me to pack up my stuff? And she's like, well, pack up your stuff. And if you want to pack up your stuff, go pack up your stuff. I commend Jamal for keeping quiet and keeping a low profile, like, staying monotone during that argument. He didn't act like a crazy person. Veronica just threw a tantrum for no reason. She said that's just me and stuff. But you got to understand where he's coming from. The pillow talkers, other than Jovi and Yara, were Team Veronica. Jovi and Yara were Team Jamal and stuff. So, like, like, it's 50-50 on basically who's right in the situation and what people's opinion. My opinion, I think Jamal's right. I mean, I've been through how he's feeling before, and it's not fun. And then you call the girl out on it, and she's mad about it, so she's just going to take it out on you. So that's just my opinion. But I mean, like, this whole thing with Tim and Veronica, like I said, I like Veronica. I'm not a fan of Tim, and I like Veronica and Jamal together, but I don't know how long they're gonna last. So we'll see how that works out. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. We did not see my man Tyree this episode. We'll see him next week. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back on Sunday and Monday to recap the season finale of 90 Day Fiancé. So until then, you guys stay safe and have a good one. Bye, y'all.